Small mistakes in dealing with a dog often seem insignificant, but over time, they can weaken trust and increase internal stress. In today's video, you're going to discover 9 behaviors you should avoid, not out of strictness, but to protect your dog's emotional stability, strengthen your bond, and ensure their overall well-being. Some of these gestures are so common that most people don't even realize how uncomfortable they can be for their dogs. So stay with me until the end because every tip you'll learn today can make a huge difference in your furry friend's life. Number 1. Petting a dog from above when it withdraws. For humans, stroking from top to bottom feels like a natural way to show affection, but for dogs, this gesture can have a completely different meaning. Touching the head, back, or neck, especially suddenly or without warning, is often perceived as forced control, a dominance move, or even a threat. This becomes even clearer when the touch comes from a stranger or when the hand approaches quickly from above. If the dog turns its head away, lays its ears back, or pulls back, it is clearly saying, "I don't like this." Unfortunately, many people ignore these signals, continuing to pet the dog while thinking, "Oh, she's just shy," or "she'll get used to it." In reality, ignoring a dog's body language only deepens its discomfort, damages trust, and can even lead to the dog withdrawing or defending itself. A dog truly wants to be petted when it initiates the contact, when it approaches, leans in, or otherwise seeks closeness. When that happens, it's better to pet areas that are more comfortable for the dog, like the chest, sides, shoulders, or sometimes the lower neck. Gentle, side-directed strokes are perceived as much more relaxing than a fast pat on top of the head. Number 2. Hugging a dog tightly. For us humans, a hug is a gesture of love, closeness, and comfort. For dogs, however, a tight hug, especially one that restricts their movement or covers their body, often means the opposite: control, dominance, or even threat. In nature, dogs do not hug each other. They show affection by walking side by side, leaning gently, or simply sharing space calmly. When a dog is hugged tightly, even with good intentions, it may tense up, freeze, turn its head away, lick its lips, or whimper softly. All signs of stress, not joy. If the dog has had negative experiences in the past, a tight hold can trigger defensive reactions like trying to escape, growling, or even biting. It's essential to respect each dog's individuality. Some dogs simply do not enjoy tight hugs, even from familiar people. Allowing a dog to choose how much closeness it wants usually results in it staying nearby longer, feeling safe and respected. Number 3. Laughing loudly into a dog's ear. Dogs perceive loud sounds very differently from humans. Their hearing is much more sensitive, and sudden high-pitched noises are interpreted not as playfulness, but as potential danger. When someone laughs loudly close to a dog's head, especially near its ears, the dog does not see it as affection. Instead, it experiences it as an overwhelming and unpleasant acoustic attack. Even if the dog enjoys being near you, loud laughter near its ear invades its comfort zone. The dog may grimace, turn its head away, lay its ears flat, shrink its shoulders, or even walk away. This reaction is not a sign of disobedience or rejection. It's an instinctive response to stress. Small breeds and dogs raised in noisy or unstable environments are especially sensitive to such stimuli. To share joyful moments with your dog, use a soft voice, calm tones, and always respect your dog's sensitive hearing. If you are enjoying the video, be sure to click like and subscribe to our channel. Number 4. Speaking in a raised, tense tone. Dogs do not interpret human speech by the words themselves, but by the tone, rhythm, and volume. When a person speaks in a raised or tense tone, even without shouting, dogs immediately pick up on the emotional tension behind it. The dog doesn't understand the words. It feels the emotional wave, which signals insecurity or threat. Phrases like, "What are you doing?" or "Seriously," said sharply, create stress for the dog even if they are not intended to be harsh. In response, the dog may freeze, lick its lips, avert its gaze, or show submissive behavior. Not because it feels guilty, but because it senses emotional tension and wants to diffuse it. Constant use of a raised tone damages trust, creates confusion, and makes the dog feel unsafe around its human. Over time, this causes the dog to become hypervigilant, nervous, and reluctant to communicate. To effectively influence your dog's behavior, speak calmly, evenly, and without unnecessary emotional charge. This way, your communication becomes much clearer, safer, and more trustworthy in the eyes of your dog. Number 5. Tying up a dog and leaving it unattended. At first glance, tying a dog to a lamppost, fence, or bench while running a quick errand may seem harmless, But for the dog, it's not just waiting. It's a complete loss of control and a deep sense of vulnerability. When tied up, a dog cannot move away from danger, seek safety, or control its environment. Every sudden stimulus, a passerby, a bicycle, another dog, or a loud noise, becomes a potential threat it cannot escape from. This situation dramatically increases the risk of panic, injury, or even reactive aggression. In addition, a tied, unattended dog becomes an easy target for theft or unpleasant encounters with strangers. Sadly, dogs are often stolen within minutes from storefronts or injure themselves trying to flee, getting tangled or even strangled by their own leash. Leaving a dog tied up and unsupervised is never safe, no matter how quick or urgent the errand might seem. Number 6. Touching a dog's nose, especially with cold hands. A dog's nose is one of its most important and sensitive organs, constantly gathering information about the environment. It detects smells, temperature changes, and even emotional cues from other beings. Sudden touches to the nose, especially with cold hands, feel intrusive and uncomfortable to a dog. The dog may jerk its head away, lick its lips, blink nervously, or show signs of irritation. For puppies, sensitive dogs, or those with traumatic histories, such unexpected contact can be especially stressful. Cold hands intensify the discomfort, feeling like a sharp and unpleasant stimulus against their delicate nose. Respecting the dog's nose as a sensitive, vital area builds trust and comfort. Instead of touching it directly, allow the dog to initiate sniffing interactions naturally and at its own pace. Number 7. Using collars or harnesses of the wrong size. A dog's equipment is not just a fashion statement. It must feel like a natural, comfortable extension of the body. When a collar or harness doesn't fit properly, it becomes a constant source of discomfort or even pain. A collar that is too tight can compress the windpipe, restrict breathing, or cause dizziness. One that is too loose can slip off, risking a dangerous escape in public spaces. A poorly designed or ill-fitting harness can chafe the skin, block shoulder movement, or press uncomfortably on the chest. Over time, these issues can lead to chronic joint, spinal, or respiratory problems. This is especially critical for puppies, small breeds, and dogs with unique body shapes like wide chests, short necks, or elongated bodies. Choosing the right collar or harness isn't just about size. It must match the dog's breed, age, body structure, and lifestyle to ensure both safety and comfort. Number 8. Yelling at the dog in public. The street is a complex and overwhelming environment for dogs, full of unpredictable stimuli, new smells, sudden sounds, and constant movement. They must continuously adapt to what they cannot control. When a human yells at a dog in public, it doesn't help with training. Instead, it shakes the dog's confidence and damages the bond between the dog and the handler. To a dog, yelling is not perceived as correction but as a sudden, incomprehensible explosion of emotional tension. This only amplifies the natural stress dogs already experience outside. Sensitive, insecure, or previously traumatized dogs suffer the most from public scolding. Instead of learning, they become confused, panicked, and may display even more unwanted behavior like freezing, pulling on the leash, or trying to flee. Each time this happens, the dog's ability to learn decreases, and walks, instead of being moments of joy, become sources of fear and insecurity. Number 9. Petting a dog's head without consent. For humans, patting a dog on the head feels like a natural gesture of affection. However, for many dogs, the top of the head is a sensitive and vulnerable area. A hand approaching quickly from above can feel oppressive, controlling, or even threatening, especially to insecure or unfamiliar dogs. Even dogs that tolerate head pats often do so out of politeness rather than true enjoyment. Subtle signs of discomfort, such as pulling the ears back, blinking, turning the head away, or slowing down their movements, are often overlooked by humans. These signs are not signs of pleasure but rather indicators that the dog is tolerating, not enjoying the interaction. Instead of going straight for the head, it's much better to pet areas where dogs generally feel more comfortable: the chest, the sides of the shoulders, under the neck, or along the flanks. Respecting a dog's body language and preferences allows them to stay relaxed and fosters true trust, especially when interacting with unfamiliar or sensitive dogs. Thanks for watching. If you want to discover even more amazing ways to better understand your dog, make sure to check out our next video. It's appearing on your screen right now. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips, insights, and fascinating facts about the incredible world of dogs.